What's up, guys? This is Dragon Rockstar here with coming at you with another lightsworn deck profile. Might as well show you guys again. Um, it's been a while. I know. I couldn't really get a chance. I was meant to upload a video last week or so, but things happen you can't explain. So I'm just gonna come with you both with the extra deck, main deck, and side deck. I'm gonna start off with the main deck first. Let's go. For the main deck, for my boss monster, I played 2 Judgment Dragon. Just trying to lay it out there. 2 Judgment Dragon, obviously, those of you that know what he does, know what he does. Those of you that don't know what he does, it's just a free pay 1,000, blow up the board, and phase mill 4. You have to have 4 or more lightsworn monsters in your graveyard, so I mainly made... This is my first time main decking JD for a while, so I might as well try it out. For the 3 of lightsworns, I played triple Raiden. Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworns is a pretty good card. Those of you, it's just like a first mill 2 into, basically. It's a really good level 4, and the best part about it is a tuner, so. Triple Wolf and his sister, Felice. Now, the reason why I play Triple Wolf is because of what it's just a free special summon and so forth. And then Felice does the same thing as Wolf, but Felice has to be done by a monster card effect. Or a card effect, period. If she's sent off a Lightsworn's effect, you can just special summon it. So they're basically free 2 special summons. For the 2 of Lightsworns, obviously Felice, and then you got Lumina. This is the only 2 of. I will not play Lumina at 3. I tried it before. I kept drawing her more than Raiden, and I want to see Raiden more than Lumina. But Lumina's effect is just broken in God tier to me. It's amazing, free, special summon, and it's pretty good to link with as well. So that's why I like Lumina. And then for the 1 of Lightsworns, I run the 1 Lila because of back row hate, and then the 1 Aaron. Just I like this. There's a combo where I do with an extra deck monster as well as Aaron, and I'll show that in a little bit. But these 2 always do more combos for me and always save my butt every once in a while. For the only hand trap I play is triple effect of. Now, Ghost X Snow Rabbit, I've tried. I drew it. It's brick. I prefer to side deck it more than main deck it, but things happen. But effect failure is basically God tier. You drop this on Gokis, they end their turn. It's legit an end turn kind of deal. It's literally a free hit you in the face kind of deal. That's why I like effect failure more. I prefer to run Ashes, but I don't have the money to get Ashes yet. But hear me out. I'm going to get them soon. Thanks to the new reprint, I can't wait to get my hands on them. But for, good level 4s, because this is a mill deck, and I want to get rid of some stuff out of my graveyard and things like that, I played double Snow. Snow is amazing. Ignore my comment. Snow is amazing, and it's a free, just basically special summon, and it's good to link with as well. Other than Lumina, I have other monsters that I can link with that are not spellcaster, and this deck is mainly spellcasters. So if anyone tries to drop that the field spell that basically prevents you from activating spells, you can just drop Snow and it just gives you more combos. But Snow is just a free just book a moon and free summon. I love Snow. I will never cut out Snow. For the plant side of the deck, I play triple Lonefire Blossoms. I got me Germans, so those of you that don't know what Lonefire Blossom does is you can tribute it to special summon a plant type monster from your deck. Triple Scorpio, and then the 1 brick Cobra. I was playing at 2 for the longest time, and then I ran out of space, and I really wanted to cut it out because this is a 45 card deck. So there's some tight squeezes that I had to fit, and there's some new engines I wanted to test out. But for over the whole entire game of playing this card, I've only drew this once. Of the whole entire time I've ever played this deck, I've only drew this once for the longest time. But that's that. And then for the last plant is 1 Glow Up Bulb, because Glow Up Bulb is Glow Up Bulb. And I like to go for Nat Beast, and as well as my level 7s if possible. For the Clown Engine, I play 1 Damage Juggler because it's limited to 1. I wish this card came back. If this card comes back, I love Konami. Double Hat Tricker. And if this card comes back to 2, I'm going to be playing 3 of this, because this card is God tier. I actually really want to play 3 by itself, because it's really God tier. Every time I drew it, it's always a free special summon on the board, and it always gives me more pluses. The 1 Trick Clown, and then the 1000 Blade. Both amazing cards, both help me out with combos. I don't really do the, everyone thinks I run the MX Xavier Invoker engine. I do not. Personally, because the MX Xavier Invoker takes more space in the extra deck and Mrs. Radiant as well takes more extra deck space. So I prefer to run Curious more. This deck is mainly based on getting Curious out in the field. Now for the other level 4s besides Thousand Blades here, yeah, obviously, I run Revival Golem and Goblin Bird. For the longest time, I've been looking for this card. And this card is amazing right here. It's a free special summon, or I can just add it to my hand to be more discard fodder to help me out with more combos for Lumina and other card effects. This is a good plus. I actually prefer to run more as this, but space is really tight, and I do not want to run more than 45 cards. Goblinberg, obviously, is Goblinberg. Everyone knows the combo with Thousand Blade and Goblinberg, but like I said, I am not running MX Invoker. For the last 2 monsters, the Geminis, Garnet, and then Lazlu, I'm actually tempted on cutting out Lazlu to put another Garnet, because Lazlu's effects, it's a dead draw sometimes. Like, I don't really ever have Garnet in my graveyard, and it's still a good effect, but it could be a dead effect. So that's it for all the monsters. It's a hefty lineup of monsters, but hey, hear me out. This deck is mainly on monster space due to the fact of how many card effects can go off. Excuse me here, I got a little bit of a hiccups there. For the spells, triple charge out the gate, triple brilliant fusion for the 3 ofs. Charge helps you search out your lightsworns, and then brilliant, it's brilliant. I am actually really tempted. There's been times where I'm so tempted of cutting out one of these, but then every time I end up trying to cut out one of them, I just never see it, so I prefer to, I'm just going to keep it at 3 for that time being. Ignoring my super rares, finally I got a secret rare, but I'm going to work on getting this deck as much as hollow out as possible, so hear me out. And I know for all those players that love to hollow out their decks, I'm mainly that guy that doesn't want to hollow out the deck that much, but I want to get as many of the cards as possible. So whenever I see the opportunity to get those cards, I'll grab them. But enough about that. Let's go with the 2 of spells, which is only 1, is Solar Recharge. Every now and then I'll draw this and no lightsworns, but since I cut it down to 2, I end up drawing this and a lightsworn at the same time, or I'll draw like a Lumina and have a Raiden already engraved, so I can just get more combos off of that by discarding this, or if I'm brave enough, activate Solar Recharge and just get up more combos. So 2 Solar Recharges of doing good. Personally, I'm tempted on cutting it back up to 3 and see how that works, but for now, I like the 2. And then for the 1-of spell is 1 Foolish Burial. I was testing out a trap card called Lightsworn Judgment just to see if that works, and so far, every time I drew it, it's dead. Every time I mill it, I got pluses. Sometimes when I mill it, I never see JD ever in my deck. Like, I always mill out JDs quickly. But that's it for the main deck. Now for, let's go for the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I've run, for my rank 4s, 1 Minerva, because it's Minerva. Everyone always knows Minerva. 1 Tornado Dragon. I was testing out Abyss Dweller over a Tornado Dragon, and Abyss Dweller only wins me mirror matches more than any other deck, so I started playing Tornado Dragon, and Tornado Dragon I've won so many games because of Tornado Dragon, so that was actually the best combo I've ever did. Bambuska. Now here's one thing where, give me a second, where Aaron comes in, right? Lightsworn Aaron. Aaron comes in is because if you stall out your opponent and you keep Bambuska in defense mode, right? And then you pass, and then they can't really get around Bambuska yet, and then you go and you detach obviously from Bambuska. You switch Bambuska in attack mode because all their stuff will be in defense mode, and then summon Aaron to get rid of those problematic monsters you can't really get around. That's the reason why I'm running Aaron, because this is the good card effect and it helps out with the Bambuska play. So that's it for the crazy rank 4s. Now for the other XYZ I've run in this deck. So obviously Utopia is a rank 4, but I really call Lightning the best. I run the lightning package, is what everybody says. Lightning is god tier for me right now. Lightning, I personally will never cut out lightning. This also helps to get around problematic monsters sometimes, and it's pretty good of a summon. I even did this once, like my opponent honest try to do an honest on me, but lightning's effect just says no. So I, I personally love lightning by itself. For the synchros, and I run a little small synchro amount, which is one Nateri Beast is my synchro level 5, and this is my only level 5 I run. Nateri Beast gives me more pluses, and it's a spell. It helps me get around those hefty spells I can't get around. For the other level 7s, or for my level 7s, I run Michael, and then the FA Dawn Druckster, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know down in the comments below how you pronounce this guy's name. I think I think I hit it right, but this is basically spell negation. Is a free spell negation, and Michael is just help me get rid of one card on the field, obviously. But it's also there because it's another lightsworn, and it gives me life. That's the only reason why I have Michael in there. And then for the only level 8s is 1 Omega, because I want to do more of a control base as well. I have been times where I want to test out more than 1 Omega, but 1 seems to come up every once in a while. Then the 1 Seraphinite for the Brilliant Fusion combo, obviously. Now, the links are questionable, because there's 2 links in here I'm actually tempted on cutting out, but they still work. I run Bolix, or whatever you call this guy's name. Those of you that don't know what this is a free link too. It requires 2 monsters. It's just a free summon. And then you can change the attribute of anything that's between their arrows, right? Attribute or type. So I usually call out for my attribute Earth because it helps me go out more curious plays, because I'll have like maybe a Gemini Seraphinite up here in the link zone, and probably 2 other monsters on the field. Just link with the Seraphinite, get rid of that, have that other monster there, summon this, and the special summon Hat Tricker, and just goes up with more combos. It's a really good card. These are the guys I have questions about, which is Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Cerberus. I am so tempted to cut these guys out. Every time I try to play them, I just get more bricks. I am actually really tempted on running a Curious, another Curious, because this is a Curious hefty deck. So I'm tempted on running a Curious, and then probably maybe I have no idea for the other one yet. So I'm just figuring out more combos. Maybe that light Link monster. Maybe I'll run that too. But so far these guys have been doing okay. I barely even summon them that much, but they're nifty every once in a while. But they're good. They're good effects. Then the 1 Curious. Like I said, I want to boost up Curious because Curious comes up a whole lot. And I would love to play more Curious. It's just a free hit you in the face kind of deal. I love Curious. And then finally a new guy that I've finally gotten, and this guy is got tier, is Sayuja. Thank God I got this guy. Sayuja helps me out with more combos, it gives me more pluses, and it's a free body on board that just helps me, and it gives me more zones to work with, right? So it's a perfect good Link monster. I personally will never cut out Sayuja or cut out any cards personally besides those Link monsters. Now for the extra deck, obviously I got me a brand new cool token to use and every once in a while. And then I also have my misprint Magician Navigation. Yay! I got this from a pool, so might as well let people know that I use these for like the zones to summon out my Link monsters. Like I'll put this here and then put this like that on top just to show out my zones and stuff like that, or use them for something different. I just do some weird stuff with them. For the side deck, I run 2 Kaijus, which is Sticky Strings, and then the Dark Kaiju. If I had Gamma Seals, I'll run those instead of these 2, but for now I'm running these guys. They give me more combos, and they help me get over my opponent's card effects. So I personally would run these because I can get rid of one of those problematic Link monsters that are blocking my Link zone for me to even start out with my combos. So I like these guys. For the other board, whatever you want to call them, it's just like Kaiju's. Raw spear modes. I run 2 instead of 3 because sometimes 3 is a little cloggy. I end up drawing on my hand, and it becomes a dead card. Like I end up drawing 2 of these in my hand. Other than that, this is a good problematic card to get around your opponent's boards. You just get rid of 3 of their slots and just it shuts down your opponents. And plus, in this deck, you mainly special summon a whole lot more with the Seraph Knights and stuff like that. So you really don't really need your normal summon that much, but it's still a good card overall. Triple Ghost Orc Snow Rabbit for, like I said, I do side deck it now. Main decking it was a problem for me, and I had a hard time against my opponents with this card. But when you're going second, Ghost Orc Snow Rabbit is really, really needed. When you're going first, Effect Leather was mainly needed more. I personally made this deck mainly going first because that way I can start out with my combos quickly and everything like that. But for now, I run triple Ghost Orc Snow Rabbits in the side. It's an amazing card based on how it is. For back row hate decks, triple Twin Twister gets rid of the back row. It just helps you solve the back row. For hand trap hate, triple Call by the Grave. Everybody knows this card was coming out like this. Personally, Call by the Grave is pretty well. It worked. I really was tempted on main decking these, but putting these in the main deck could boost up the deck to like 49, and I didn't want to run a 49 card deck. So I side decked him more, and then so far this card has been god tier for me. And then for the last 2 cards of the 15 card side deck is Anti-Spell Fragments. Main decking 3 was actually, I kept drawing it more I kept drawing 2 in my hand at 3, and it was just hard for me to even get more pluses. But Anti-Spell Fragments basically helps you it helps you against those Trick Stars, Gokis, and any other decks that mainly depend heavily on spells. That's it for my main deck, side deck, and extra deck. So if you guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this profile, and let me know if you guys want to see any different other decks, such as like maybe Super Heavy Samurais or Elemental Heroes or things of that nature that I play. Play Frifers, Elemental Heroes, Super Heavy Samurais, Yangzing. So if you guys want to know about these decks, let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. See you.